In this lecture, we are going to start a new module in NX that is about surface modeling. Till now we had created all the geometries in the solid modeling, but sometimes whenever we have to create the complex geometries, we cannot create them using the solid modeling. So in those situations, we need to use the surface commands. So now we will go to the surface module. So click for the new, and then once again we have to go to this model and click OK. Here on the ribbon menu we can see one tab that is surface. I click on the surface. If you cannot see this, just make a right click here and make sure there is a check on surface. Now inside the surface we can see multiple commands. Here in the first ribbon menu we have options of creating the surfaces. Now we have some similar command like extrude, revolve, and we have some more command of creating the surfaces. So we will learn about them one by one. After that we will learn some surface operations in which we make some modification and changes into the surfaces. We can also find the surface commands here. Go to menu, insert, and here in the surfaces we can find all the similar commands. Before going to the surfacing, one more thing we can do is I go to file and go to new, and here we have to make sure that it is selected as a modeling. Okay, so after that I go to menu and then go to preferences and then go to modeling. Now inside this modeling, till now we had worked on solid modeling. So for the solid modeling we have selected here as solid. But now we are working for the sheet. So in NX, surfaces are defined as sheet. So we have to select this as a sheet. So whenever we create any geometry, the software by default will take it as a sheet. I click OK from here. After that, we will learn how to create the basic surfaces. Now if I go to this more option, here we can see extrude, revolve, sweep, section surface, variational sweep. So these are very similar options as we had learned in the solid modeling. So let's say I select this surface. Now inside this surface we need to select the curve. Now generally when we work on surface modeling, we used to create the extrude of curves. So let's say I select this sketch section and select a plane and click OK. Now let's say I draw an arc. Draw an arc like this. So from this point to this point, draw any arc. I click finish the sketch. And now when we create the extrude, this extrude will be created as a surface. Here we can see by default it is taking this as a sheet. So in surfaces we don't have any thickness. Okay, so if I zoom in here we can see surfaces are not defined by any thickness. So we can specify the value of extrude from here. So let's say I select this symmetric values and click OK. So once again the direction of extrude will be perpendicular to the plane. Here once again I go to extrude and extrude once again. So let's say this time I will select some different plane. So I select this ZX plane. So select ZX plane from here and click OK. So whenever I create any arc inside this like this and click finish the sketch, now we can see once again the direction is going perpendicular. We can also specify any custom direction by specifying this vector, but generally by extrude we always create perpendicular surfaces. So I click OK from here. I select this extrude, right click and delete them. So after that we can create the surfaces using revolve feature. So I go to revolve and now we need to select a plane. So I go to sketch section and I select this XY plane and click OK. Now inside this XY plane we just need to draw a curve. So let's say I draw a curve like this. Okay, let's draw the curve like this and finish the sketch. And then we need to select the axis of rotation. So let's say the axis of rotation will be this y axis. Specify the direction and point, let's say this is, and here we can see the surface is revolve. I click OK. So in this way we can create surfaces using the revolve feature. So in the next lectures we will learn about all these commands, how to create different types of surfaces.